Harvard University is challenging the Trump administration's decision to bar the Ivy League school from enrolling foreign students. A major prisoner exchange between Russia and Ukraine began on Friday, each releasing 270 soldiers and 120 civilians. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from cutting off Harvard's enrollment of foreign students. In the lawsuit filed on Friday, Harvard said the government's action violates the First Amendment and will have an immediate and devastating effect on the school's over 7,000 visa holders. The temporary restraining order to block the Department of Homeland Security from carrying out the move was granted. The department accused Harvard of allowing what they called anti-American pro-terrorist agitators to assault Jewish students on campus, as well as coordinating with the Chinese Communist Party. China's foreign ministry said on Friday that educational cooperation with the U.S. is mutually beneficial and that the move would damage America's international credibility. If the government's action stands, Harvard said the university would be unable to offer admission to new international students for at least the next 2 academic years. A major prisoner exchange between Russia and Ukraine began on Friday, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky announced. He said 390 Ukrainians were released from Russian captivity, 270 soldiers and 120 civilians. The same amount of Russian soldiers and civilians were also released, according to Russia's Ministry of Defense. Ukraine and Russia agreed to swap 1,000 prisoners of war from each side during direct talks in Turkey last week. The head of Ukraine's presidential office, Andriy Yermak, said among those returned are the soldiers who had been in Russian captivity since 2022. The exchange is expected to continue through the weekend. It was one of the few signs of progress to come out of talks between the two sides, which failed to bring a meaningful breakthrough in international diplomatic efforts to stop Russia's all-out war or bring on a ceasefire. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has accused the leaders of France, Canada, and the UK of siding with Hamas for their condemnation of Israel's expanded military offensive in Gaza. The 3 allied governments had threatened concrete action, including targeted sanctions, if Israel does not end its offensive and allow aid back into the Strip.
I say to President Macron, Prime Minister Carney, and Prime Minister Starmer, when mass murderers, rapists, baby killers and kidnappers thank you, you're on the wrong side of justice. You're on the wrong side of humanity. And you're on the wrong side of history. Now, these leaders may think that they're advancing peace. They're not. They're emboldening Hamas to continue fighting forever. And they give them hope to establish a second Palestinian state.
UK Minister Luke Pollard rejected Netanyahu's criticism of the UK Prime Minister. He and French Foreign Ministry spokesperson Christophe Lemoine reiterated their criticism of the escalation in Gaza following Netanyahu's statement. Amid the pressure, Israel started letting aid into Gaza, which started reaching the first people on Thursday. But UN agencies warn that the amount is insufficient and distribution remains difficult amid military restrictions and the breakdown of law and order in Gaza.
Brazilian photographer and environmentalist Sebastião Salgado has died aged 81. Instituto Terra, which was founded by him and his wife, confirmed his passing on Friday. Salgado was best known for his award-winning images of nature and humanity. Among his main works are the recent series Amazonia and Workers, which show manual labor around the world. He lived in Paris for many years and started to fully dedicate his time to photography in 1973. The Institute said in a statement that, quote, his lens revealed the world and its contradictions. His life brought the power of transformative action. His style is marked by black and white imagery, rich tonality, and emotionally charged scenarios. Impoverished communities were his main interests.